Hi everyone, Kirsten here. So today I thought I would be doing another little tag video. I was randomly going through the internet to discover out some pretty neat little YouTube tag videos, and I randomly came across this tag video called the child-free tag. So I thought this would be really fun to make and really interesting to get to know more about why I decided to become child-free. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am gonna go ahead and get started and dive right into the questions. Question number 1. Do you dislike children? Well, I know I don't hate children. That is definitely for sure. For me, that's the complete opposite, because I really do like children. Sometimes I can develop a pretty good relationship with some of the children that are involved in my family's life, like my little cousins and everything. To give an example of why I really like children is the fact of how cute and full of life that they are and all this other type of stuff. So sometimes my little cousin Chris, who is, I believe, about, I think, 7 or 8, maybe 9 years old, I can't remember. But sometimes he'll come in my room and he'll chill out with me and have a conversation with me. I completely admire him as a child because he is so mature for his age, and it's just unbelievable of how smart he actually is. I think we're looking at your future doctor or scientist type of thing, because he is just so unbelievably smart. It's ridiculous. The reason why I dislike children is the fact of how noisy they can be and how rude and disrespectful they can be. It's like, I'm the adult, you should be behaving, so know your damn place. For me personally, I'm kind of like at a 50-50 of reasons why I like children and dislike children, but that kind of gives you a general idea of why I like children and at the same time of why I kind of dislike children. Question number 2. Why did you opt out of parenthood? To be honest, I didn't opt out of parenthood. It's just, I just decide not to really have children for certain reasons. So I just have a lot of responsibility enough as it is, to a point where I really do not need children in my life. Like with me attending college and making YouTube videos and doing work and all that other type of stuff. So I do know that if I do all these things on top of having a child in my life is going to bring even more stress and not going to be able to have much of my, little me time or leisure time, people call it. It's not that I opt out of parenthood. I just don't like the idea of having a child to bring into this world and have even more responsibility than I normally have. Question number 3. Do you think your childhood experiences and or parents' actions influenced your decision? To be honest, yes. Absolutely. When I was younger, growing up in a place called Indiana at that time, when I was very, very young, I grew up having to deal with irresponsible parents at that time. My dad wasn't nearly as bad, but dealing with my mom was quite a pain in the ass, I do have to add. Both my mom and my dad were influenced around having to deal with drugs and make really poor ass decisions in their entire life. My dad went to prison, and my mom cared too much about her drugs and having to get her money rather than taking care of both me and Gabriel at that time. So yes, I think my parents' actions and my childhood experiences influenced me to become child-free. I keep thinking about it, and it's like, what kind of woman would I be if I just don't pay attention to my child, or not being able to provide them the type of things that they need in their life and that like. So obviously I don't want to grow up having to be in my parents' shoes and whatnot. I mean, obviously, I'm choosing the right path for myself to live a better life, but for me personally, that's what influenced me to become child-free. Question number 4. What is the most common reaction comment you get when people find out you're child-free? Not that many people know that I'm child-free, and people don't ask me about like my personal life and whatnot. I don't know. I just don't get comments like that very often, so there's not really much I can say about that. Question number 5. Do you have any child-free friends or relatives? Yes, in fact I do. I have quite a few friends that are child-free. I know that my good friend Emily is child-free. She does want to have children in the future, but she's just saving herself until marriage. And my Uncle Jason, he's also child-free, and he chooses to live a single life, which, you know, some people are fine with being single and some people are fine with being child-free. So it all comes down to personal decision making for your own life. So question number 6. Do you think people are aware that parenthood is a choice? Unfortunately, with the reality of the situation, a lot of people don't realize that parenting is a choice, because we were told throughout life, you know, oh, your sole purpose is to get married and have kids and all that other like. But the thing is not very many people want to be married, and not very many people want to have children. For me personally, I don't mind if I get married one day, but to have children, that's like I'll pass. So yes, in my personal opinion, I do think that parenting is a choice, but unfortunately, not that many people are aware of it. And another thing people think about when it comes to having children is, you know, there's this mentality that somebody is supposed to have children at like such a young age, like late teens and early 20s. You know, there are also some women that have children around like 30 or maybe older. To answer your question, no. Not that many people are aware that parenting is a choice you can make. Question number 7. How do you feel or react when your loved ones announced that they're expecting? I am personally, genuinely very, very happy for them. There's not really much to really say about that. It kind of makes me feel unease about it, simply because, you know, like I said in my previous answer, people have this mentality of really wanting to have a child after they get married and whatnot. But yes, genuinely, I'm just very happy for them. As long as they are able to be a very good parent and teach their child right and give them things that are provided, then yes, I am genuinely very, very happy for them. Question number 8. What is the most ridiculous bingo you've ever received? So I actually went online one time to figure out what that whole purpose of that meaning is, and it's kind of like one of those I got you questions or I'm right type of thing. A very long time ago, when I was in my junior year of high school, an old friend of mine said something about this really stupid thing he told me one time is, you know, how can you say that you don't want children? Or that people seem to say that nowadays, I don't want children. And he just made up like this really stupid thing about how we need to have more people in society. There's more and more children that are being produced in society today, and you're saying that we need more people in society. I don't agree with that. It makes me so sick to my stomach that people are willing to produce children and they don't even consider to take care of them or provide them with stuff that they need in their life. And it's just very, very sickening to me. And on top of that, with the whole adoptions slash foster care. You know, a lot of times they don't even get like the proper parents that they deserve, and it makes me so sad about that, because not that many kids are fortunate enough to have somebody that they care about or somebody that they love in their own life. And I gotta be honest here, like my aunt used to work with foster care children, and a lot of these children, their minds are just so far gone to a point where some of them haven't been taught any morals and whatnot, and it's just very sad and depressing to see when it comes to these type of children. It makes me very sad for them. I'm kind of rambling on about this, but basically the worst bingo I got was we need more people in society, and really we do not need more people in society whatsoever. Question number 9. Are you worried you might one day regret your decision? Honestly, I don't even think twice about it. There are times where I thought about having children, but honestly, the more I think about it, the more I really don't want to deal with it. Basically, I don't believe in having to have very many bad regrets. So honestly, with the decision that I'm making for myself in my life, I am just gonna stick with whatever I am going to stick to. I tend to be a very stubborn person to begin with anyway. I'm not gonna listen to anybody, and I'm not gonna do something just because somebody tells me to do it. You know what I mean? So basically, whatever decision I decide to stick for myself is what I am gonna be sticking to. This is my life. You don't have to like me. You don't have to agree with me. This is my personal decision. Okay, so question number 10, and this is the question for women. Don't you want to experience being pregnant? Fuck no. I never want to experience that kind of miserable pain. Are you serious? I wouldn't even imagine that type of horrible pain that you'll go through when experiencing childbirth. Whenever I see a pregnant woman walking by, it always makes my skin crawl. Like, it always gives me that uneasy feeling like what if that could be me one day? People think being pregnant is so cute when it's actually the most uncomfortable experience you could ever experience as a woman. That's what I've been told anyway. To answer that question, no. I am not looking to experience to be pregnant, nor do I want to be pregnant, or even experience childbirth. Question number 11. Is your current partner child-free as well? As far as I know of, I'm pretty sure that my boyfriend is child-free. We haven't gone further into discussion about this type of situation, but basically from what we've talked about, it sounds like he's pretty much child-free as well, and that I'm sure that he doesn't want to have children either, but I haven't really gone into discussion about that with him yet. But basically, we've talked about, you know, contraceptions, so that is my way of thinking that he doesn't want to have children either. So I feel so happy about that, because it seems as though he and I are basically on the same page. Question number 12. Is it possible to be in a happy, fulfilling relationship without children? To answer that question, yes. Absolutely. There are plenty of couples that do not have any children, but also live a very happy and fulfilling life without children in it. And especially if they're able to travel and go out to romantic dinners and spend time with each other without having to have children in it. Yes, I absolutely think that it is possible. Obviously, with homosexual couples and regular couples in general, some of them are completely happy and fine with not having to have children in their lives. So yes, I do think that it is possible to experience things with your partner without having to have children in them. Question number 13. Define parenthood in one word. responsibility. That's the best word I could describe it. Obviously, I could say even more responsibility and expensive, because that is true if you think about it. On top of school, on top of work, on top of trying to provide and take care of your children, that is definitely so much responsibility you could ever put on yourself, if that makes any sense. So yes, being responsible on top of other responsibilities that you have in your life, it gets very, very tough and very, very hard, especially if it is somebody that is not so responsible, you know what I mean? And on top of that, you're paying for child support each year, so it's not easy, and it is definitely expensive to take care of your children. You have to deal with that for 18 years, and you're wasting 18 years of your life just trying to provide and help out with your children. So that is definitely my one-word description about parenthood. Question number 14. Do you think you would be a good parent? Why or why not? I think somewhere deep down inside, I think I would be a good parent, and at the same time, I don't think I would be a very, very good parent. To explain about why I think I can be a very good parent is by providing them with plenty of love and support I can give to them. And also, the reason why I think I wouldn't be a good parent is the fact that I'm the type of person that is very, very selfish, and I usually like to think of only myself into certain situations. And sometimes I think I would be one of those people that tend to focus more on work than I would with my own children, so I think that's part of the reason why I think I wouldn't be a good parent. But I think I would be a very good parent on so many different levels, like teaching them things that they haven't been taught in school, and being able to take care of them in ways that my parents couldn't even do when they were younger. So yes, I'm at like a 50-50 point with yes, I would be a good parent, and no, I wouldn't be a good parent. Okay, so question number 15. Do you have pets? Do you think you transfer the nurturing and love intended for a child onto your pets? Okay, so this is pretty much two questions into one series of questions. So yes, I do have pets. The current situation I'm living in at the moment is with my grandparents, my brother, and my uncle. So we do have a dog, and her name is Abby. In terms of transferring all the love and nurturing from like a child onto your pets, yes, pets are like family. They are not just pets. Sometimes I like to pretend Abby is my little sister, so I'll tend to like really take care of her when she is properly needed, and I like to tease around and play with her sometimes, so I also take her out when she needs to be, and I like to just have fun with my dog, basically. But yes, I do transfer the nurturing and love intended for children onto pets. Okay, so moving on to question number 16. Which child-free stereotype do you not fit? To be honest, I don't hear that many child-free stereotypes, but basically I looked up online, and a lot of them say that, you know, they're career hungry and that they are cold-hearted, unfeeling people, and that they don't know what they want to do in life. I think a majority of those stereotype things about child-free people is completely wrong. And to answer one of the questions, I do have emotions, I do have feelings, I have a very caring personality necessary. And to say that I am immature and to also say that I don't know what I want in life is completely false. That's one stereotype that is not true for me, is the fact that somebody would say, oh, well, they're immature and they don't know what they want to do with themselves or their lives. No, that's wrong actually. Because after I got out of high school, I basically went to college because I wanted to start something with my life. So to say that I do not know what I wanted to do with my life, that's completely false. I'm attending college for a reason, and that is to get a better job and to provide myself when I need to be. So I really do care about my future and really wanting to do something with my life. So take all those stereotypes and shove it completely up your ass. Question number 17. Is it hard to find a child-free partner? I wouldn't say it's impossible, but nowadays it seems as though anybody can have children nowadays without even clearly thinking about it. At the same time, there are also plenty of people out there that are child-free. If you do have a partner that isn't child-free, it is up to you whether to deal with your partner and their children or not, but basically, it's not impossible. It certainly is a possibility that you'll find somebody that is child-free, but it really depends on the person. So some people are child-free and some people do have children. That would be my answer at least. Question number 18. Which label do you prefer? Child-free or childless? Personally, I prefer child-free because it refers to something that is more positive. Think of the words like cruelty-free or carefree. Yeah, those type of words. So cruelty-free and carefree. The word free at the end is usually referred to something that is positive, so I do prefer the child-free versus like somebody saying childless. Usually the less at the end is towards something that is negative. So when you're putting a label on somebody that says, oh, you're childless, the word childless, in my opinion, is referred to somebody that's not able to provide children. So that would be my opinion. But also think of the words that have less in them. So powerless, ruthless, homeless. They're all referred to something that is basically negative. So debating over one or the two, child-free, would be my choice of somebody calling me that. Question number 19. Do you actively encourage people around you to think about their productive choices? Basically, I haven't given anybody that type of advice, but if it comes down to if they have like a shitty partner or somebody's current living condition, like they can't afford their house and whatnot, or the fact that, you know, somebody would have bad health problems to a point where they are not able to produce healthy children, I try to encourage them to rethink about their decision, especially if it's a woman. I actively encourage somebody to rethink about their decision before they can actually become pregnant and provide children. So if necessary, I will definitely bring that up and try to encourage somebody to rethink about their decisions, because, you know, you want to make a wise decision in certain lives. There's no possibility of providing something good in your life, trying to bring a children into that world to be a part of it. It's not right, and it's something I wouldn't even consider to encourage in somebody's life. Question number 20. Are you worried about who will take care of you when you are old? I do think about it quite a few times actually, but at the same time, basically regardless if I do have children or not, shit is basically gonna happen whether you expect it to or not. Sometimes your children will die before you do. Obviously, I got to learn that the hard way with an example with my grandparents. My dad died in a motorcycle accident back in July of 2015. Sometimes, you know, your children is gonna pass away before you do. So, like I said, shit is gonna happen whether you expect it to or not. So when I get older, chances are I'll probably have like a really bad heart failure, or I might not be as active to a point where I really want to be. Like, I could be in a wheelchair, I could wear a thing of Depends where I might shit myself every 20 minutes or something. Stuff is gonna happen. It always has, and it's something that is either expected or unexpected. Stuff will happen, and eventually somebody's gonna take care of me at some point, whether I do have children or not. So now we made it on to the final question, which is question number 21. What is the best part about being child-free? Freedom! 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 Yes, the best part about being child-free is having freedom. In terms of like the freedom part about being, of course, child-free, because you're free from child. Yay! But basically, I just like the idea of just being able to do things that I really want to do and to not even worry about taking care of children. It's very, very wonderful to have really good freedom in your life. I'm not gonna lie, there's parts of me that still feels childlike, and I just want to experience and enjoy life a little bit more without having to have children into my life. I like being able to spend time with my good friends, and I like being able to get things when I want them, when I need them, whether it's somebody getting them to me as a gift, or whether it's just trying to spoil myself generally by purchasing things on my own. Whatever the case scenario, whether it would be travel and the like, it's wonderful. It really is. It's wonderful to have that kind of freedom into your life. Because you need to be free from that kind of responsibility as much as you can, especially when you're child-free. When you're child-free, you have plenty of opportunities you have in your life to provide for yourself and all that other type of stuff. So that is definitely my thing about being child-free, is being free from the slave of responsibility. So that is basically it for this little child-free tag. So I hope you guys enjoyed what I shared about this tag video, so be sure to sucker punch that like button down below. Comment down below as well. So if you want to participate in this child-free tag that I provided for this video on my channel, you are more welcome to do so by putting the link of your video in the comment section below. And if you are child-free yourself, comment down below and tell me what you like about being child-free and why you don't like the idea of having children in your life. You're more than welcome to comment that down below. So that is basically it for the little comment section. And if you haven't already, please do dedicate the time and effort to subscribe to my lovely channel to become a part of my army of darkness, and you will be updated with a new video every single Friday. So that is that. You're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. All of these will help me out a lot. And of course, I never mentioned this in my other videos, but basically, if you guys are interested in following me outside of YouTube, all of my Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat is all listed in the description box down below, so you are more than welcome to do that too. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a chill week, an awesome day or night, and I will talk to you all soon in the next video. So until then, stay dark, my friends. Bye.